What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bastrin here, and I'm finally back from the 24-hour live stream recovery. And when I mean recover, I mean recover. I literally slept for 24 hours after that live stream. Like, before the 24-hour live stream, I woke up at like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then I'd stay up until like 10 o'clock in the morning, and then, I would repeat the process. And then, so for me trying to prepare for the 24-hour live stream, I literally just worsened it even more so I could wake up around like 7:30. And then, I had 30 minutes to get ready for the 24-hour live stream. And then, obviously, once I got ready, I hopped on. It was 8 o'clock, and I started streaming for 24 hours. And then after that, I ended the stream at 8 p.m. that next day. And then, obviously, I ate, took a shower, did all that stuff. I got in the bed and I slept until like 9:30 to like 10 p.m. that other night. It was the worst. So in the span of these 4 days, I've been feeling weird, just like weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's very weird. Like, when I be weird, I mean just like actually weird. Like, it's weird. I never felt this before because it's weird. I don't know. Now, for the reason of me actually talking about the 24-hour live stream is because I want to give you guys some insight on me doing the 24-hour live stream and how I felt and stuff like that. And I honestly think no one has ever actually talked about, what happens after a 24-hour live stream. What do they feel while doing the 24-hour live stream and stuff like that. So, yeah, here we go. So going into it, I knew 100% I was going to be able to stay up for 24 hours. I knew that for a fact because I've done it many times before. I've always had to sit there and try to fix my sleeping schedule, and I've been successful at it, and I haven't, at times. Most times I actually am, but this particular time I actually wasn't. In which, actually streaming plays a part in this because it tires you even more because you're constantly, playing video games, you're talking to the chat, you're, doing whatever to try to maintain the stream, and, you're still trying to, keep yourself up, you're trying to eat, drink, make sure you're getting out of your chair, to, actually move around because that's actually a key part, staying healthy during a 24-hour live stream, just saying. But yeah, like, I don't know, I just knew I was going to be able to go into it, staying up. Now, with what I just said on how, when you're streaming, you have to play the video game, you have to, talk to the chat, and you have to be constantly, moving your eyes around and stuff like that, I knew that this was going to be the difficult part because it drains you out even more, like I said. And I didn't know how my body was going to react, while doing this tedious task for 24 hours. What I came to realize is that if you distract yourself the whole entire time that you're trying to, stay up for whatever reason, you will be more successful at it because you're not thinking about being tired and stuff like that. Obviously, stuff like my homie Gamma Labs, they help out a lot. Use code BASTER for 10% out. They actually helped out, and they were a key part in the, 24-hour live stream. And constant snacking, that helped a lot too. So for the first 12 hours of me streaming, I was 100% fine. That's about how long I can stay up until I'm actually tired. Which honestly, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, 12 hours, no problem. When I started getting close to the 20-hour mark is when it started to, go downhill from there. I don't know how many of you guys experienced this before, but have you ever been so tired that you just started laughing at everything? Yeah, that was me about, I want to say, 18 hours in. I was really laughing at everything. Honestly, at that time, if I would have seen the word cheese it, I would have probably started laughing. That's literally how bad it got. Now, roughly 20 hours in, my little laughing spell weared off, and I stopped focusing on the stream altogether. I didn't care if I was getting, good gameplay. I didn't care if I was talking, and I did not care what was popping in on the chat, unless it was donation, because, you kind of have to, respond to that, someone's, giving you money for no reason, you have to respond to that. But honestly, I was so dead tired that I was just trying to focus on staying up. That's how tired I was. Now, around the same 20-hour mark, I started to get a little more irritable. People would sit there and ask me a question in the chat, and I would actually get mad because it would be a question that I've already answered 30 times before that, throughout the stream. Like, for instance, a question that pop up a lot in that stream was, yo, how long have you been streaming? Or another question would be is, yo, are you actually going to do this 24-hour live stream? And those really made me mad within that little time period. And then eventually I actually, took some gamma, or G Fuel, however you want to call it, and, that kind of actually helped a little bit. See, in that time, I knew that these people were just now coming into the stream, and I was still getting mad at them, and I was actually getting mad at myself because I was getting mad at them. Like, I was so, like, frustrated, and I was so, like, mad internally. I don't know if a lot of people actually seen it on screen, but, like, I was actually, like, infuriated, like, with myself and with the people at the same exact time. Like, I was feeling some type of way in those few hours. Now, between, like, the 22 and 24-hour mark, I actually had energy. Believe it or not, I actually had energy because I knew 100% that I was going to do it, and I was getting excited because I knew, like, once, 8 o'clock hit, I could end it, get a shower, and go to sleep knowing that I successfully did the 24-hour challenge. So I actually had energy, which was weird. Obviously, I had gamma and stuff like that, so, that kind of helped. But, I actually had energy, like, I was hyped, like, I was like, yes! I freaking did it. I can't believe it. And, that was one thing that was weird to me because within all that time period, I was, mad, frustrated, happy, delusional, whatever. I was sitting there laughing at nothing and all of that. It was so a weird experience. Now, throughout the live stream from the beginning and end, I felt good. I felt 100% good. I didn't feel sick throughout the whole thing. It was all just, emotions, if you know what I mean. Like, throughout the whole thing, I never felt like I wasn't going to be able to physically do the 24-hour live stream, which was honestly amazing. Obviously, I felt tired, but, Now, once I finished the 24-hour live stream is when I had the most energy in, I want to say, almost a day. Because, I felt accomplished and stuff like that. And I felt relieved and stuff like that. So I felt really good. And honestly, we had JerkyXP that night, and I was really happy. So I was excited for that. So food added a little bit of reasoning behind that. But yeah. Thanks, actually. Now, once I got to sleep, I started drinking, like, every 2 hours. Not because I wanted to, but because my body was like, okay, dude, you need to drink. So that was a little weird to me. And then, obviously, I slept for 24 hours. And, no, I was drinking, like, every 2 or 3 hours between those 24 hours. Which, I guess, kind of makes sense now that I'm actually thinking about it. Because, I slept for 24 hours. I don't know, it's like I said, it's weird, man, it's actually weird. So once I woke up, I was a lot more sore than usual. I don't know if it was my sleeping position, or the fact that I stayed up for 24 hours, or was asleep for 24 hours, but I felt very, very sore, and so obviously I stretched a lot more than I usually do. So once I got my clothes on, went to the bathroom and all of that dizziness feeling went away, so I was like, okay, cool. And then once I got to my desk and I turned on my computer and all that, once I started, looking at my screen, the screen was kind of like, making me do this, and I was very sensitive to light, and I guess, that's because, I was sleeping for 24 hours, and I wasn't exposing myself to, my screen or anything like that for 24 hours, but then I started getting, like, a slight headache. After a few, and then I actually put on glasses, and that actually made it even worse, and it was just so weird, like after I took off the glasses and I got down and went to the bathroom, I got back up and it was like basically 100% fine, and like an hour later I didn't even notice that my head wasn't hurting or anything like that. I was just chilling. Like, I don't know what my body was going through in that time. Like, it was just weird, man. So there are two reasons why I did a 24-hour live stream. The first reason is because I just wanted to do it. I mean, I thought it'd be freaking awesome. I mean, I knew the health risk, but still. And, how cool is it to say that I've successfully done a 24-hour live stream? I mean, come on now. And the second reason is because I wanted to fix my sleeping schedule. That didn't work out well, but still, I still get to say that I've successfully done a 24-hour live stream. I mean, But guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you check out a video right there, and then, click subscribe if you ain't subscribed right there, and make sure you drop a like on the video. And by the way, don't do 24-hour live streams. They're not good for your health. But yeah, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and we'll, yeah, peace out.